Young people are going to experience more climate-related risks due to climate change than previous generations. I'm Gina Martin. I'm an assistant professor at the Faculty of Health Disciplines, and I'm studying how young people experience climate change and their awareness of climate change and how that can potentially impact their mental well-being. So we ask young people in focus groups to think about how they are experiencing climate change, how it makes them feel, and then how they're coping with that. But from there, we also want to do a larger survey of Canadian youth so that we make sure that we're getting good representation across Canada and allowing more voices to be heard. Young people are at a really important phase of development, so they're going through a lot of developmental changes physically, but also socially, and learning about their place in the world. So trying to do that in the backdrop of the climate crisis can be very destabilizing and can make it difficult in terms of thinking about their future and what that might look like. And because this is such an important developmental time, that can have impacts. One of the questions we ask in our focus group is how young people are getting supported when they're feeling overwhelmed or experiencing such negative emotions, and also what sort of supports they'd like to see. There's sort of two things that could be at play here. So we want to support young people in order to be able to make changes that are going to benefit the planet, and that's going to lead to better health and well-being. But we also don't want them to do it at the expense of their own well-being at the individual level. So by getting a better understanding is what we're hoping is that we'll be able to support them to take action if they want or do whatever it is that is meaningful to them, while also not sacrificing their own individual well-being in the process. We're early in the research and it's not complete, but one thing that we're finding is that a lot of young people, when we ask them about support, that they're saying they want good information from trusted sources. We sort of think about information and support differently, but this source of good information and from places they can trust was coming out as being really important. There is research that shows that having meaning in what you're doing can be protective around feeling the mental health effects. So it's about, feeling that you're doing something that's meaningful to you and that is important to yourself and other people. So I think trying to understand that could really help young people as they just grow and are facing this climate crisis.